This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So yesterday we started the footer section, right?
Right.
Okay. Have you done on the footer? As I said yesterday, like creating the footer and creating 4 columns and the content.
Actually, I tried, but I didn't. It didn't come correctly.
Okay.
I'm
Uh,
not getting side by side. I'm getting one by one, one below one. So
okay.
I tried putting float left, but still it's not coming.
Okay. Okay. So when you apply the float left, it should come like side by side, Ananta, because in the above 3 columns section
Right.
and projects. So I use the
Hmm.
float left for the parent class. For the parent class means the main which we created column class. Okay, for example, here the blog news I created, right? Okay.
Right.
So in the blog class, let me open the style sheet. Is style. Yeah. Yeah, here I started the block column CSS. Okay, this is my main parent class for all other child selectors, child
Right.
classes. Okay,
Yeah.
like HO, IMG, span, is paragraph and all. Okay,
Hmm.
but the block column is the main tool. That is the parent class. Okay, so in the parent class itself, I have to mention the float length. So at the same time, you need to provide width also. Width
Right.
and
I do. Mhm.
float, both
Yeah.
should be applied so that it will come side by side. So that is the main thing to create the columns and placing side by side. Okay, later we can add related content related CSS like padding, margins, font size, font colors, image related. You can add it later. So main thing is you can create like columns like that 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns. This is the main thing, providing width and floating left for that.
Right. So if I don't put the width 100% here, it's not coming correctly.
No, it won't apply because 100% means you are using the total width of your web page. So how it will come like next column, the next column side by side. So you used all 100% for the column. Okay, so 100% calling nothing but like your page container, not like columns or grids. The container means like this. This is our like for example the full screen slider. Okay, and
Right.
fixed container. Okay, that is you have to provide either with 100% or 1000 pixel or 1200 pixels. That is like a container. So inside the container we are going to put the content. Okay, when like suppose 2 columns, 3 columns content, 4 columns content, you have to use the inside the container where you use the 100% width. Okay. Okay. And I will show you how to create that one. And Apurva, have you tried on that?
Yeah, but I have a question about the autoplay that we talked about a few classes ago.
Autoplay?
For video and audio. Yeah, autoplay.
Yeah.
I know you said you would try to figure it out, but for both of them, the audio and the video, there it doesn't autoplay. Were you able to figure that out?
Yeah, it's not working. Let me finish on the HTML5. After this, completing this template, I'm going to teach you some of the new text, right? Like for example, details and summary, video, audio, okay, and form elements, form tags, okay, and data types, okay. So in that, I will teach on the video auto.
Okay, and another question in the CSS comments, when you type the /*, is there a certain button that you're pressing? Because I do it manually, but I know when you do it, it all happens together.
No, you meant to say that is a footer, no, in the footer or the blog section?
No, in general, the comments.
General comment.
Yeah, like the green comments. That how do you do you type it manually or do you press a button for the slash?
Achha, you meant to say that is how to type the comments without typing. Okay, so that is like shortcut, Apurva. So here, suppose you want to put the comment, the control and slash from the keyboard.
Control and slash. Okay. Okay.
Control and slash. It will come the comment open and close. Okay. And suppose if you want to write any other shortcut. Okay. So in the application itself available. Okay. Let me show you that. The application has short preferences online. Close folder preferences. Yeah, here it is. In the file, preferences and keyboard shortcuts. Okay, just click on this. You will see all the shortcuts about writing your code, like from the keyboard. Okay, from the mouse. Okay, the function keywords, all alphabets, numeric values. Okay, all the shortcuts you can see. While typing, it is easy to use the shortcuts.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you just go through one by one so that you will understand what the key to shortcut. Okay, okay. So except that, is there anything, any questions or doubt?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Icon you mentioned yesterday, FA, something like user.
Yes, yes.
When I was trying to do that, I didn't get that FA user because I'm getting FA4, something like that. But when
Okay.
I clicked that one, it didn't work.
Yes, of course. But did you use that font awesome framework in your HTML page?
Yeah, I did.
Where like this used this one, the embedded link creative style sheet, and the font awesome link.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't use
So
that.
this should be there in your head section, the font awesome framework for the icon usage. So otherwise it will not work. It's not only class, okay? The class is coming from this CSS style sheet.
Oh.
Okay, without this it will not work. Suppose let me show you. I'm putting in the comment the poster of the framework. Okay, let me open and refresh the page. So here we have the icon, like user icon. Okay, and somewhere we use it, right? Yeah, this one building icon also is there. Okay, and let me refresh it. See, icon is not there. Okay, even in the blog also not there. Only you have the numeric 10.
Okay.
Okay, so that means the framework should be available in your HTML document on the head section. Okay, so all the classes available. Let me show you this. It's around 3,000 to 4,000 icons available on this framework. But that is for the different uses. This is a framework. This is a minimized version. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, this is the development version. Okay, so here they put like font or some corporate information. Okay, and font link for the icon purpose, the font family font also. Okay, and the font source. Okay, and this is a base class for the any icon. So you should start with the FA class when using any icons. So FA is the base class. So
Okay.
FA user, FA Facebook, okay, FA any setting, FA building, like that you have to have the icons classes. Okay, so this is the FA is the base class, and then you can apply. So which icon we use? FA, like you should say FA space FA. Suppose we can say user, and this FA user. FA is user. Let's say user. Yeah, here it is. Though this is like a second class FA user. Okay, so FA user may once you apply, you will get the icons like this. So that is like a ready-made class from the framework, the Foundation framework, right?
Mm.
So that means if you use any third-party plugins or any frameworks like JavaScript related, CSS related, we should link in our HTML page, so that only the framework or icons or CSS will be available, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So the footer sections I will create and teach you, and then go for the HTML5 new the form section, there you go, and details and summary. Okay, so for the details and summary, let me check other pages if there is any example. Otherwise, I will teach on this. So in the home page, there is no example for the details and summary. Let me see the services. No, this is three columns creation. Almost same thing repeated. General construction. No, same thing. The projects. Okay, the projects also we've done already on the home page. Just repeated that. News. Okay, news like a blog. That's also created. About this also we created already. Contact. No, there's okay. So there is no any example for detailed summary. So some of like most of things like repeated in other sub pages like services, projects, okay, which is created already in the home page. Okay. So but this is the form section. I will teach in the HTML file with all the data types, elements, and attributes. Okay. Okay. Let me complete the footer section. Okay, so as I said yesterday, so first of all, we need to create like 4 columns. It's like how it is on the template. Okay, so I created the full screen container with a dark background color and one more like sub container for the fixed column, fixed container. Okay, use that content. Okay, let me continue on this like this. Okay, that is a footer container. Okay, so here in the footer container, I'm going to say the common color for most of the text, like white, like links, this links, that's okay. Okay, this is like a gray color. Okay, and let me give. So before going to the content CSS, I have to create the 4 columns. Okay, I will create again one more time the how to create the 4 columns like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Okay, so just watch this. Okay, so inside the container, just I'm going to put the paragraph content inside my first column. Okay, so here I'm going to say so for the class is what, let's say here the common column like a footer column like this. Okay, so footer column is my main class name. Okay, so the side container footer column, let's say width 250 pixels approximately. Okay, and then float left. Sorry. Float left. Okay, and for the time being, I'm providing the height also. Height. So for example, you can say 150 pixels, and then let's say the background color. The background color, like some light color I will provide this. Okay, so the footer column class applied inside my container, and here's some paragraph of corporate content. Okay, let me check. Yeah, the column was created. Okay, so you can copy and paste the same column so that it will be placed side by side. There's no any other thing. Okay, just you have to provide width and float left. See, now it is side by side, both columns. Okay, so that is the basic CSS, how to create the columns and the placing side by side. Okay, rest of things like the content related. Okay, now you got it right. How to place the side by side.
Yeah, but for the other one we gave whatever 233% on the parent one, right? Here we
Yes,
put. So why didn't we do on the parent one here 250 pixels?
yeah, yes, of course. This photo column also parent class for the sub classes, sub elements. So inside I'm going to use the content. Okay, again I'm going to use some one more column like the links, the phone numbers, address, and all. And third column I'm going to put quick links, and fourth column social icons. So this photo column is the parent class for all the content. So in the second column, third column, fourth column, I'm going to use photo column class.
So for this one, the footer is not the parent one.
No, footer is just like container. Footer and footer containers, both are the base containers. That is not a columns. That is not a grids.
Okay.
Okay, the footer, see, the footer section is with 100% with some background, dark background color. Okay, so this is our dark background color with 100%. Okay, that is not a column. So inside the container, we are going to split like 2 columns, 3 columns, and then we are putting the content. Okay, so the footer contains both are the base containers.
Okay.
Because we created already container and fluid container in the starting, but the requirement is different. Coming to the footer, there is some dark background color with 100%, and again the fixed container for the content. So here the mixed layout. So in the one content, the both containers we are using the 100% container, the same time the fixed container also. So, but above requirement is different. This one, the slider one. Okay, so here the total width 100% and the content also we use 100%. Here there is no fixed content, only 100% full string. But coming to the footer, like mixed means like 100% container and fixed container. Both we are going to use in this footer section.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So that's why I created only like a footer container. Okay, you can say just like it's a fluid container and it is a fixed container. That's
Okay.
how we created the above section. Okay, so the footer column is the main parent class for all your footer content. Okay, so in the 4 columns, I'm going to apply the footer column as a parent class.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So let me apply some CSS for the paragraph content. So paragraph, and then what we have the paragraph tag and the color, let's say light color. Okay, so I'll remove the background color. For the visual purpose, I given the background color. Okay, I'll remove it. So now it is, you can see, and it's a readable content after applying the text color. Okay, so let me check this. Okay, some space we have on the top. Okay, left side there is no any space. Okay, because it's inside the container. So on the top we have some space and little bit space between each column. Okay, let me apply here the footer column. I'm going to apply margin on top. Margin top, let's say 50 pixels. Yeah, now we have some space on the top of our column. Okay, and let me decrease the font size also here, because that is very small size. So the font size, I want to say around 14 pixels. And now it is decreased. Okay, and that is the second, like some address. Okay, phone number, email ID, this one. Okay, just take one more div. Let's say again here div class is equal to footer column. Okay, so inside for the address purpose we have HTML5 tag. Okay, suppose if you want to write address location, we have the address tag like this, like meaningful tag. In the HTML language you can say semantic tags. Okay, so semantic nothing but like a meaningful tags. Okay, so here what is the content here? Address, you can mention address or location or okay, just I'm going to use the address, like you can say span address or location something. Okay, and then text, so let's say the paragraph address, and then phone number. Okay, phone number I'm going to use span okay, so here I'm going to say phone, and then I can say paragraph again. Okay, and you can just give one space between each section, and then facts and the image. Okay, so here the facts and here email. Okay, the facts number the same number, and in the paragraph I'm going to say email. Email, just you can say info@gmail.com. Okay, so the second column I use the like as a parent class footer column, and again address. Okay, so address tag open and close. So inside the address tag is the phone number, email ID, address. Next. Let me check how this display. It's now displaying like one below by default, because those are all block elements. Okay, so here we are going to apply a little bit CSS for the spacing purpose and font size, font color. Okay, and so here paragraph and span. Okay, for the title purpose I use the like span for the mobile, email address and all. Okay, let's say here the color, some light color. Now it is also same color, and let's decrease the font size. Font size I'm going to set 12 pixels, and here you can say little bit space. There is any space between the title and the no, there is no space. Okay, so we can give on the paragraph section, footer paragraph here. Let's say margin on bottom, like say 5 pixels. Yeah, now we have a little bit space between each section. The address and then facts and then okay. For example, still want to make the some differences like color differences. We can apply light color to the title and white color for the main text. Okay, and in our example paragraph total column, let's say photo column, address and paragraph. Okay, this is order. Photo column again, the second tag is address and third tag is the paragraph. Okay, so this is the order to apply white color for the main text. So address, okay, and then color white. Okay, and the font size we can increase little bit 13 pixels. I think address spell mistake. Right. Oh, I didn't mention the paragraph. See now. Okay, so now it's clear the address, phone number, email, and fax. Okay, so here let me apply a little bit line height also, like around 18 pixels. Right. Okay, so got it right for the second column.
Yeah.
And the copyright also, it's bit like a clumsy. Let me give the line height on this. Line height, it's around 20 pixels. Like this. Okay, so that is our address section and the phone and email, fax, right? What is the third? Quick links. Okay, just create one more column and use the hyperlinks for that. Okay, so after this, this is third column. Okay, footer column and some heading, like suppose we can say H5 quick links. Okay, and then hyperlinks. Directly you can say hyperlink. Use anchor tag href hash, and like you can say services something like where is it? Say web development. UI development. Okay, like app development, like UX designing or something. Okay, like 4 links we have. Here is our anchors. Yep, it's there. The links are there. It cannot be readable. What happened? Down. Yeah. So let me apply some color so that we can see this. Anchor. Let me. The color white. Okay. So now we can see the format is different. So it's like placing side by side, like web development and UI. Okay, UI development, app development, UX design. Okay, so because of the anchors is the inline elements, right? As I said in the introduction of the basic HTML class, like IMG, okay, input boxes, okay, and anchor links. So these are all inline elements. So that it will be placed like next to next. Okay, so we need to provide display block for this anchors for placing one below. Okay, so let me say display block. Yes, and providing a little bit space margin on bottom in each hyperlink. Let's say Texas. So now we can increase the space. Actually, margin bottom 20 pixels. Okay, and nowadays hyperlinks is placed side by side. Let me do this quick links heading also. What is the heading? H5. Okay, instead of H5, I'm going to put the H4. Okay, then total column H4. That's the first color. Okay, and then margin on bottom 10 pixels, like this. Okay, so this is third column, and fourth one social network. Okay, and then we have some space. Okay, like empty space, so we can use this space also. You can write some other content like subscribe, okay, or any other, like suppose it is a payment like e-commerce related, you can apply some payment modes like providing the cards and all. You can use this space so that it will be fulfilled. Okay, instead of putting like empty space, okay, you can use this space and you can use the copyright section also, so that footer will be looks like fulfilled. Okay, so that is called it's come under the space management. Okay, instead of providing empty space, you can use some other important content. Okay, or we can customize the footer content. So in the footer section, like the address, phone, email is the like more data, it's taking more height. Okay, so instead of providing like 1 below 1, I can provide side by side, so that the height will be match with other links and the corporate content. Okay, so that is like come under the space management. Okay, so let me create this hostel section also, and here this one and this one. The div class current footer column. Okay, and here also I'm going to use the same heading H4 and social icons or something, social network or something. And let's say here, so here they mentioned directly social network icons, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, like Instagram. Okay, so I will use the icon which comes from the font also, right? So here we can use the I tag for directly, and we can use the class here, and here what is the first one? The Twitter. Okay, Twitter icon is there. Total 4 we have, right? The 4 icons. The second one, Facebook. Okay, and third one, what is LinkedIn? Okay, and the last one is Instagram. Right. Okay, heading and 4 social network. See, we have the icons like a basic style, like a black color, some font size, alignment. Okay, suppose if you want to create like look like this, we need to apply our one CSS. Okay, like applying circle. Okay, and on mouse over the fill color. Okay, and the spacing. Okay, we should use our own CSS. So this is the basic styling from the font of some CSS flavor. Okay, for writing this icon, you can say the footer class, the footer column class, and then I tag. So I'm going to apply CSS directly to the I tag. Let's say here some margin on each side around 5 pixels. Margin 5 pixels. Okay, and color, what is the color? The blue. Okay, yeah, I'm going to provide this blue. Okay, and I can increase a little bit the icon size, the font size. It's around 18 pixels. See, now it's applied. Okay, so like this you can apply the icon size and then H over. Okay, so for the H over, what tag we should use? Hyperlink. So that means the icon should be inside hyperlink. Okay, let me add the icon hyperlink for this. Href. Okay. It was closed to it. Okay. Yeah. Again, once you apply the anchor, so it's placing like one below. Why? Because anchor is like what is that? For the anchor footer anchor, we apply the display block. So that means, so the block is applying the anchors which is in the photo. Okay, so here again we need to place side by side. Okay, the footer height. Okay, let's say here the footer anchor. So anyhow, inside the anchor we use the I tag, right? So this is the order. The footer column, first parent class, and then anchor tag, and inside the anchor I tag. Okay, so I'm going to take that order, the footer column, and then anchor and I tag. Okay, so let me check this. No, still because use the block, right? So let me use here the display inline block for placing side by side also. So inline block means, let's say here anchors display inline block. Let's say apply the float left. Yeah, it's applying, but little bit alignment issues there. Okay, so for this kind of requirement, you can separate two different classes for the footer links, hyperlinks, and the footer social network links. Okay, so here I'm going to create one class for the footer links, like the footer quick links. Okay, for displaying one below one and applying colors and margin space and all. Okay, so let's say here I'm going to use like social links or something. Quick links. Quick links. Okay, so this class I'm going to apply on quick link section. So here the class quick links, the same for the 4 links. Okay, so that means the anchor will not disturb. Okay, let me check this. Yeah, now it is same, right? There is no any difference. Okay, so anchor links also, quick links also same, and now it is fixed with anchor tag. Okay, so like this you can write or use a different class. So for example, the both tags or both classes is clashing. Okay, you can give the different class names or different tags. Okay, now photo column anchor I tag and margin here and float left. This is not required. And both are going through that what is that cheat sheets. I give the cheat sheets, right? Ananta and Apurva. So you're going through that, all the tags mentioned and some basic, some description about that. Okay. 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 So now the photo icons is fixed. Now I can do some mouse over color on the icon. Let's say here color white. Right. Okay, like this, you can create social network. Still, you can add one or two accounts like YouTube, okay, or any other like social network accounts. Okay, so when user clicks on any social network accounts, you are going to mention the path, like for example, Facebook and account, okay, and LinkedIn, okay, it will go to that account page. Okay, so this is clear. So far, what we've done. Okay,
Yeah.
so, but okay, so now we can remove the height of the space from the main container section. Where it is this one. Yeah, now we can say, and we can provide some space for the bottom section. So footer container. Here I'm going to say the footer also now right here. Footer container and footer column. So in the footer section, I'm going to provide padding on bottom, like around 15 pixels. So that means it will apply the both the fixed container and 100%. Yeah. Now it's become like a small issue. So when you remove the height, this height on the footer section, okay, and footer container, for creating the 4 columns, I use the float. Okay, in the above example, I teach you there is no fixed height. Okay, if you use like float left for creating the columns, okay, the content will overlap on your parent section, like the footer content. Okay, so that means the footer you have to provide overflow header. Now, right? Okay, so like this, you can create footer 100% and footer content with fixed, and inside that 4 columns and different content. Still, we can use some other content like subscribe section or something. Let me write that also. Here, this is right, the footer column. Let's say here empty blue, and here this heading like H4 subscribe for update or something. Okay, and then some text box for entering mail input. Okay, type email and placeholder. Enter your email like this. Okay, so let me check without applying any CSS how it will display. Yeah, displaying, but we need some more space between the social network and the subscribe section, and we need to provide some color for the H4. Okay, so in the footer column I use the H4. Okay, in the subscribe also I use H4. You can see here the social network is H4, white color and size is everything applying, but coming to the subscribe it's not applied, the white color font size. Okay, can you guess it why it is happening like this? The same tag here also H4 and here also H4.
Class.
Yes. Okay, we have the footer class in the social network icon and H4 as a child selector. So we done already some CSS project. Before where it is, yes, this one. Okay, so that is in the footer column H4 is the direct selector. But here in this, I didn't apply the footer class. So that's why the default color is black and default size and default space and all. Okay. So here you can say, like you can create one class, like say, subscribe or something. Okay, subscribe, and like here is the content is core and the input, right? Okay, so this is like in the subscribe, there is a parent class for the subscribe. Let's say some common CSS, like you can say border, like 1 pixels, solid, and then some color. Okay, and then margin top like 20 pixels, and then padding, let's say 10 pixels. Okay, that is subscribe box. Right? Chopping entire thing. Oh, subscribe. That's correct. The class subscribe. Yeah, it's correct. Correct, right? Yeah. Okay. So here small issue is that when I created the subscribe box, okay, and applied some common CSS like border, margin, and padding and all. Okay. So here I think because of the float. Okay. So let me apply the float like that. Yeah. Now it is fixed. Okay. So apply the padding. Margin is applied, but the padding is not applied. Let me check. Padding bottom. Achha, apply the padding bottom, not padding 10 pixels. Margin top 20 pixels. Yeah, it's applied. Okay. Still, you can increase some padding value, and light color you can say, and then border radius you can say 10 or 5 pixels. Yes, now it's got. Okay, and this heading. So here subscribe, and then h1 like this. Okay, so here I'm going to say the color white. Okay, and then space margin like around 10-15 pixels like this. Okay, so now the space was matched with quick links and data section. So that means like space was filled. So instead of providing empty space, okay, we can provide some other content. So that is like user friendly for the user experience related concepts. Okay. And here also you can put some any like for example company logo. Okay, so many or 2 or 3 lines about the company description, or about services like main services. You can fill some content here also on the copyright free. Okay, so that the photo will be fulfilled on this. Right? Okay, so is it clear? The like how to make the footer, and inside the footer again 4 columns and different type of contents. Okay, suppose if you want to use like Google Map, you can use a Google Map also here. So, okay, and some of the companies they are putting some like a Google Map in your footer. Okay, or outside of your footer also. Okay, they will use like for example they want to use like a big map. Okay, they will use the fixed container and they can put on Google Map. Okay, for example here you can see one map here. Like this. Okay, so after the photo section, this is my photo, right? Okay, so below the photo I'm going to use what you can say Google Map or something like location and all. Okay, so again here I'm going to use section. Okay, and here you can say the direct location Google Map. Let's say do we have so, I didn't put any maps. No, I don't have any maps here. Let's say any like for example Hyderabad location map. Okay, so this is example. Suppose if you want to put this hyper this map, okay, you can copy this embed link, okay, which is the live version, okay, and you will get from this link. It's loading. Okay, so this is like main Hyderabad city location. Suppose if you want to use this location map, in this you have the share option. Okay, here embed on my site. On the last link, click on this. So here you will get the embed link with the iframe. Okay, let's check where it is. Map details, copy map, collapse map, so embed map. And, embed map. Couple of Hyderabad, map. Copy map. Okay, but here they should provide some embedded link. Written the users. Yes. So on clicking, see here. So on click the share button. Here we have the embed on my site. Okay. So here you will get that embed link with iframe. Okay. Just copy this. Just okay, and use it in your photo. Okay, like this. Okay, just let me set this one. See, we have Google Map with some default dimensions, width and height. For example, if you want a full screen, you can customize width value and height value. You can say with 100% and height that much not required. I'm going to say around 300 pixels. You can use like this. Suppose any like a business location or any office location. With office location, business location, you can create on Google Map. Okay, for finding the user area, user office area location. You can place the same Google Map location map. Okay, so and customize width and height. Okay, so like this you can create a Google Map, and coming to this section, the blue box, that overlapping section. Okay, so I will teach on this tomorrow, and then we'll go the next section. Okay. Okay, so far this is clear. Ananta and Apurva, is there any doubts?
I have a question about for the 300, you didn't put percent or pixels. Is it, if you don't put units, is it always in pixels for the map?
For the map, yes, of course. Yeah, I can provide any size as per our requirement. You can provide the 100%.
For the 300, do you have to write px or is that understood?
No, here it's not required because there is a HTML attribute, not a CSS. So suppose it is like a CSS declaration, we need to provide the px or percentage or something. This is HTML attribute. Okay, so like okay, fine. So is there anything? Okay, this section I will teach you on tomorrow, and then we'll start new other new HTML5 tags.
Sure.
Forms related and video audio related. Okay. Okay. Fine then. Bye. Ananta and Apurva.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.